joining today's session on Amazon CloudFront delivering secure and scalable web applications globally with high performance. So my name is Devansh from Cloud.in's sales team, and I've got Shashank Chinchley, who is a solution architect at AWS. So before starting the session, I would like to mention a few points. All attendees are muted by default and cannot be unmuted during the session. We will have a question and answer session at the end of the webinar. So in case if you have any questions just between the session, just raise your hands and we'll pick up after the session. Okay. So over to you, Shashank. Just we can start the session now.
Sure, buddy. Thanks, Devansh. And hi, everyone. I'm Shashank, Solutions Architect coming in from Amazon Web Services, India. And along with me, I have Jeet Dagar, who is also a Solutions Architect coming in from my team itself. And he would be assisting me to answer your questions and pick up whatever while I'm presenting. He'll be picking up all the questions and he'll be helping us out. Thanks, Jeet, for joining us today. And without further ado, I'll get started. Why are we here today? What are we going to discuss about? And what are we going to learn? Yep. So majorly, I would say firstly, if you have a website and if that website doesn't open within 3 seconds, you almost end up losing 50% of traffic there, which means 50% of your customers go away just because of your website is not loading within 2 to 3 seconds. And this is not me telling it. You can find this particular one on Google Developer Report, wherein you can see that if your website doesn't load, you lose them. Cool. Now, all in the end, I just want to say only one service which comes to my mind, which is going to help you out. That would be Amazon CloudFront. So today's agenda would be, we are going to talk about how are you going to secure, scale your web applications with some high performance. We do a lot of effort, marketing effort to ensure that our customers come to our website, and we definitely wouldn't love to lose them. Yeah. So how do we do it? This is how we do it, and we are going to talk about it. Without further ado, I'll move further to the next slide. Team, I hope you're able to see the next slide. Can anyone confirm internally to me, please? Are you able to see the next slide? Moving on. Participants also can tell me in the chat if you can. No?
No, Shashank.
Okay, cool. Just give me a second. I'll give a try again. Now?
Yeah, now we can see.
Yeah, it's visible, Shashank.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thanks, everyone. Cool. So, folks, challenges of, when you are running an application which is facing the internet, whether it could be a website, a mobile app, or streaming application, or it could be, you are playing games, streaming games, you are having remote communications like Slack and so on, or your website is all about downloads. These are the issues which come up. Hey, my website is getting more and more popular, but I want to reduce the cost. That's where we're going to come into picture. The second up would be is, I want to offload undifferentiated work from a server. Server is taking too much amount of time to load. So what you can do, CSS files, HTML files, images, videos, everything can be served from your CloudFront, which is what we are going to discuss later, but I'm just trying to tell you, let your server do the major task, heavy lifting, and let your CDN offset things there. Your API server is under attack, you haven't configured it well, and people, bad actors out there, they're hitting your website and putting it down. Yeah. So these are the things which we are going to take care. Apart from that, my live stream is there, but the server is getting overloaded, it's crashing, my video is buffering, content is not loading. Yeah. So if you open Netflix, what do you see? Top 10 videos what people are watching in India. And if you see ... buffering, would you like that experience? Definitely we won't like that experience, and we would not be having a better UI UX experience as an end user. And these are the things what can be solved, which is what I'm going to talk in upcoming slides. So whatever we saw in the previous slides, these are fundamental problems of internet-facing applications. We need to ensure that our applications, websites, Apps should be performant, they should be secure, they should be reliable. Although we say everything in the end is meant to break, but it should be breaking gracefully. Until then, we need to understand how do we serve to 10,000s of people out there. So in this presentation today, I'm going to demonstrate which AWS service you should be using to make your application conformant to these requirements mentioned above. And specifically, you will listen from my end, how would you reduce your data transfer bill from AWS? Sounds great? Let's proceed further and check it out. What are we going to talk about? I'm introducing you to a service which is called as Amazon CloudFront. Amazon CloudFront will help you reduce the latency, waiting time, which shows buffering. And there is a certain lag when you click on some things. Yep. So reducing the latency improves the security. How does it do it? It does it by encrypting it and then moving it across AWS backbone network, which means your application will be delivered through our worldwide network of data centers, which is called as edge locations. What is edge locations? I'll cover it in upcoming slides. Don't worry about it. Second point would be you can protect your web application by integrating it with AWS WAF and Shield. So basically, you are saying goodbye to those bad actors out there at level 7, level 4, level 3, and so on. You're customizing your application behavior by routing unhealthy endpoints. We are going to see this in demonstration. In the slides, I'm going to show you that how we are going to understand unhealthy endpoints are there that can be recognized using CloudFront and how do you route them. Lastly, I said CloudFront is a great way to optimize your cost, your application cost by offloading what? Delivery of static assets like images, HTML files, JS, and so on. Basically, if you go on Amazon.in and if you just open the developer console and just see how many amount of images, JPEG, and everything is loaded, more than 100 plus assets will be downloaded within a matter of certain milliseconds. In spite of that page is so heavy, it loads faster. How? Because of CloudFront there. Now, to the people who are like, hey, you have been talking since long, tell me what are the edge use cases or what will be the use cases will be coming into the picture. Yes, use cases will be when you're having a website like Amazon.in with an e-commerce portal and large number of SKUs in it, or when you have a movie website like Netflix, or when you have a corporate website and you want the people to load your website faster, at that particular point of time, you can use CloudFront. Yep, you can have a video on demand or live streaming video application. You can even have a simple DR website, which is on S3, and you're putting a CloudFront in front of it. So let's see what am I talking about in action here in the upcoming slide. What are we seeing here? This is me. Assume this is me. I'm sitting here. I'm one of the customer. I tell you, hey guys, let's watch Kantara, let's watch this XYZ movie, which is trending in India. You all open your phones and you open up Netflix. And when you start looking up for that one movie, which is trending in India, top 1, top 2, top 3 in India. Yeah. So what will happen? Your request, which is going to go. Yeah. What happened? Your request, which was going to go, it went to the origin and then it came and stored in the nearest edge location. Which means what happened? When you were requesting for the movie, it went and checked at the origin, which is a S3, which would be in America somewhere down the line. I'm very bad at geography, so I won't tell you which particular country is that, but I'll just say it's 10,000s of kilometers away. So what will happen? We are not going to go there again and again whenever you want to see that movie. Instead, what are we going to do? We are going to bring it closer and store it in one of the edge locations, which means when you all in India start looking for the same movie, it will come from this edge location and it will not come from here. Getting it? Okay. So basically, all in the end, whenever you will see someone will ask for the very first time, it will come here. From here, it will be stored here in one of the edge locations. And the next time you ask for the movie, instead of going this round trip, what will happen is it will be served from the edge location. Closer, faster, better, reducing the latency, improving the experience of the end customer. So it won't go in South America, it will come from some region which is near to the India, near to your pin code. How do I remember it, folks? I'll tell you that. Before that, I'll just show you this particular diagram. Now, remember that we don't have to, memorize any numbers out there. All in the end, I was trying to say, we are here trying to watch a movie, and while the movie would be hosted possibly here, then rather than you going every time over here, what will happen is it will come and get cached in one of this edge locations there. Yeah, we have 700 plus edge locations out there, and we are increasing year on year. Cool, fine. We did tell you that all of them are connected to a redundant backbone of network, which has been shown over here. Nothing to be memorized. Now, I used a word, something which is called as edge location. I'll show that to you. Apart from that, you would be like, hey, does it act like only CDN? Does it have some brains to process some differential responses to the end customer? Yes, you can do that too. And that is what I'm going to talk about in edge computing slide. CloudFront, it also brings in intelligence to the edge using edge computing. What do we have here? We have something which is called as CloudFront function, and we have something which is called as Lambda at edge. Why these two are needed? These two are needed because first one would be is CloudFront function. What are you going to do? At your every edge location, there will be some short-lived JavaScript functions. You want to select origin. You want to do some token validation. You want to do a request normalization. At that time, you would run CloudFront functions. And now, Lambda Edge will come into picture when you want to have long-running serverless functions. That will be operating where? It will be operating at edge locations. They will have access to your network location and so on. So what does this mean? Again, tell me that. All in the end, I just want to say that this will allow you to customize a request for every end user. You want to identify, hey, Shashank is coming from France, show the website in French. Or when you go to Amazon.com, automatically it says, hey, as per your geo, it seems that you're coming in from India. We also have a marketplace in India. Would you like to redirect us to Amazon.in? That is an example of what I was talking about so far. We identify where are you coming from. We understand that you're coming from certain place, and we're giving you an offer that, hey, if you're from India, we have an Indian marketplace with faster shipping and so on. Do you want us to reroute you there? So basically from Amazon.com, we'll take you to Amazon.in. Yeah. Much more A/B testing can be done and all those things can be done. That is part of edge computing. Now comes the cost factor. You are like, hey, bro, you did tell me that you are going to help me save the DTO cost. Yep. You would be like, hey, in front of the load balancer, if I place a CloudFront, which means 1 TB of this plus 1 TB of this, will you charge me 2 TB for it? No. So all in the end, I just want to say CloudFront will not doubly charge you for the data transfer. So how are you going to charge me for? We're going to charge you for only the amount of, you see this 10 TBs over here. If you place load balancer and you're taking the DTO, data transfer out of 10 TB, you're charged only for 10 TB. Here, what is happening? This is a load balancer. In front of it, you have placed a CloudFront, and in front of it, this is end user. So this had to be like 1 TB plus 1 TB. Assume this would be 2 TB. This is what a mental math calculation would be, but not really. It will be only 1 TB. Getting it? So basically, we are going to only charge you for the data which is coming out of AWS. Internal AWS, there is free data transfer which is happening. Plus the benefits, whatever requests will be there, that will be of the order of millions. And in a free trial account, you get 1 million, some amount of requests per month free. Go and check that out entirely, right? I'm not aware about the trial versions because that has recently changed. Go and check it out and try to understand that. Along with that, you can have is something around 30% discounts if you go for CloudFront Security Savings Bundle. It's okay to check with account managers for that. That account team, hey, I did see something like that. Is that still there? Also, if you are a qualifying customer, you can go for PPE, that is private pricing agreements out there. Yeah. So all in the end, I just want to say, At AWS, we want you to consume more, but at the same time, we want to ensure that your unit economics, it comes down. We want to ensure that you consume more, but the cost will be less. And that's how we work, and we would be happy to help you there. Okay, so do remember your DTO cost. Do understand that you can absorb that cost using CloudFront and go for it, or check it out at least. Now, you would be like, hey, bro, where do I see this applications, or which applications, sir? I have seen this in action. You would have seen in action, definitely Snapchat. Snapchat had introduced CloudFront, and it has reduced 20 to 30% median latency using CloudFront. Big numbers. DoorDash is having 8 million requests per minute, and CloudFront is able to serve that. Amar Ujala is one of our India websites which serves 100 million users daily, and it serves their website as well as video content using CloudFront. Yep, these numbers are really good enough for us to understand that the biggest applications in the world, they are using CloudFront to accelerate and secure their web applications out there. You can use CloudFront for static as well as dynamic content delivery. Now, you'd be like, hey, I'm not satisfied with this. I want to see more. Yep. So if you are, aware of these leagues out there, Super Bowl there, Peacock, NFL, and so on, we have shattered the records out there too. Peacock NFL exclusive had 100 Tbps peak with the largest streamed event. If I talk about WCC, it had 25% improvement. NFL, Amazon Prime Video has delivered 16 games with CloudFront in 2023 NFL season. We had reached 1190 of global peak traffic on 14th of September while delivering the TNF, that is Thursday Night Football event. Just go and read about these use cases. It will help you understand, yep, and what scale we are talking about. If you are watching Geo Hotstar, go and read how they are able to serve that too. Now, I'll talk about one simple thing. This is a simple comparison of CloudFront with Cloudflare, CloudFront, and Fastly, which are our competes, and it will show that we are number one in performance and availability globally. And we are one of them which will allow you to absorb the cost of data transfer from Amazon at the cheapest rate there. Okay, now you will be like, after talking about commercials, after talking about the features, how do I configure it? Show that to me, and show that to me a little with animation. Where all I can place CloudFront. I said you can place a CloudFront in front of S3 bucket, you can host a static website, and you can have a DR website hosted on it. That could be a use case. If you have EC2 instances, you can place a load balance in front of it, and then you can place a CloudFront in front of it, which means only the dynamic request will go to this particular EC2 instance. Rest all static assets, CSS file, HTML file, and everything will be served by CloudFront, which means the amount of stress, amount of resources of EC2 will be consumed less. Similarly, you'll be like, can I do it on my on-prem server? Yes, you can configure that as well. So first, you will have to choose your origin. That's the very first part. Second thing would be, we will be talking about creating a CloudFront distribution out there. Okay, so you will create a CloudFront distribution here. Just give me a second. We'll have a CloudFront distribution. We'll set the paths, which particular path we need to listen to. We'll set the HTTP methods out there. We'll set TTL, time to leave, which means cache. You want to store it as greedy as you can. That is by 1 year. Amazon.in logo never changes. So basically, we'll cache it for 24 hours. We'll cache it for 7 days, or we can cache it even up to 1 year. Whatever maximum value it will be greedy enough so as to set the TTL, and also we'll set the cache key settings out there, and we'll use cache busting mechanisms so as to bust those cache if there is anything fresh to be shown. Yeah. Also, CloudFront can be integrated with WAF, Web Access your firewall, right? Web application firewall. You can protect your level 7. You can set ACLs who can access what. You can add CloudFront to a custom domain so that people don't understand that this is CloudFront, and you can have your custom domain branding out there. Yep, and that is how you can put your CloudFront to use. Now you'll be like, what all things you talked about, how do I understand, or what are the keywords I need to remember? These are the keywords you need to remember. That is TTL, time to leave, amount of time to leave. Also, you will have to understand what will be a URI, what will be your headers, any settings you want to set up, what will be a cache hit, time to leave, and all these things will be there. If you have to do any customizations for the end user, you will be using Lambda at Edge here, wherein you want the IP address to be maintained and so on. You look for those things. Now, course is another important thing. If I have a website which is like icici.com and I have a subdomain which is like mobile dot or assets.icici.com, if I'm bringing the data from assets.icici.com to main website, which is called as icici.com, it means it is coming across different origins, which means it may get blocked. So you will have to whitelist that, and only then it will work, which is cross-origin resource sharing. All these things can be done as a part of CloudFront. I request you to go and dive deep a little bit, and it will help you out. What did I say? Cache hit, cache miss. Yeah, these are the two words which I used. I'm going to quickly show that to you. This is me. This is my website. There will be some content which will be there in the origin. Origin could be your S3 bucket. It could be your on-premises. It could be an EC2 instance. So what is going to happen? I said, hey, www.example.com, which means there is a GET request which has happened. It will go and check here. Do you have it? Yes? No, it didn't have it. So it didn't have it, which means it went and took it from the origin, and then this origin could be your on-premises, your load balancers, your EC2s, or your S3, and then it will fetch the data and it will give it to the end customer. So this is how the flow will look like. It will fetch it. It will say, hey, I took it, which is all okay, and then it will update it here, and then it will give it to the end user, which means there was a miss happen. There was a miss here that I don't have the copy. I'll fetch it and then I'll give it to the end user. Okay, that was cache miss. Cache hit would be if I'm requesting for something, it is already existing here and it will serve, which means that my origin is sitting and chilling. We are not going to hit it. There is no cost which is going to hit or occur over here. And that is what I'm going to show it, right? It is looking, it is there, and it served it, which is called cache hit. And this is advantage of CloudFront. Yep. And this is what we are trying to show you. You would be able to realize those things once your application is having CloudFront in front of it. Now, what we are seeing is this is a site A, this is origin B. So basically, this is like done for high availability, which means if this is not working, then at least this particular part will be running. And CloudFront will understand that and it will switch from this particular website to this particular version of your website. And that is a word we call it as failover. And that failover situations where you want high availability, which means if I've launched a website, if I'm selling iPhone 17 Pro, then if my customer is accessing Amazon.in, Amazon.in is not available, then this particular website of Amazon.in will be running, which is high availability. And that failover CloudFront can do, which is what we are going to see it in action. So basically, when the user is typing Amazon.in, then it is going first to the origin A. If origin A is able to respond, well and good. If not, it will give the status code error. If it is error, which means it understands A is down, I have to rely on origin B. So it will take your query, same request to origin B, and then it responds back with all okay, and you respond back to the end person, hey, website is loading. So the end person doesn't understand what is happening, but all of this origin failover can be done for a cache behavior using CloudFront. Just follow the arrows. If it goes a little bit overboard, take screenshots, keep it handy for you, perfectly fine. Yeah. Now, what did I say? Just think about this as when you're having a delivery from Amazon within 1 day, Prime days, 1 day, 2 days, which means assume that this is me, I am sitting in Mumbai, or if I'm sitting in Mumbai, there is a warehouse which is in Bhiwandi, then everyone, what happens is from Bhiwandi, they bring it to Thane, which would be somewhere nearby, so near my home or near my apartments. From there, they will bring it to the black warehouses from where Amazon Now delivery will be delivered to you within matter of 10 minutes or 5 minutes. You're getting it? So it won't come from Bhiwandi or it won't come from BLR in 5 minutes, right? This is how even in the real world, this is being done. What do I want to say is this is a main warehouse where your Netflix movies are being stored. This is your edge caches. Assume that one is there for India. From there, it understands based on your PIN code. This is the nearest one. And from there, it serves all your static assets faster. So basically, just like Indian government in India, if you have to go to government, they will say, go to the nearest post office. And from there, you can upload your Aadhaar forms, you can enroll into this and that and so on. So this is your nearest PIN code, or this is your nearest post office, or this is your nearest edge location, which understands where are you sitting and then connects to the edge cache. If it is from there, serves it to you. If it is not, then it will go till here, it will update here, then it will update here, and then it will give it to you. When other users will ask, it will just hit this particular edge location. We are never ever going to go to origin server until you have that cache period. I tried to explain to you in simple ways. Sorry if it was repetitive, but this is what the concept is. These are the keywords or these are the terminologies. How do I remember using analogies? I tried to help you understand that. Just few more slides and we would be done. Don't worry. On time, 11:30, 11:11. We started almost and it's 11:33. Five odd minutes and we should be done. Yep. Now, what did I say? That whenever these are exposed to public, you want to keep the bad actors away. So you will integrate with CloudFront something which is called as Shield and something which is called as WAF. So your web application firewall will be there. You would be protecting your layer 7. And when people want to enter from layer 7 to your layer 0 or access your data at that particular point of time, you have Shield and Shield Advance. Look up for it. If in case you have good days where you're going to do good amount of business, some bad actors are heavily hitting you hard, you can activate Shield Advance to protect against DDoS attack and reach out to your account teams. They would be able to guide you further on it, but it does cost a bomb. But if you are in exceptional window period wherein you are doing good business and it is going to be important days for you, that can be offsetted. I'm not saying it can be discounted, heavily discounted. Talk to your account teams about Shield Advance if needed, if you are under heavy attack proactively. Yep. Now, earlier, to do this particular implementation of CloudFront plus WAF, right, it used to take a lot amount of time. Now what we have done is we have created a one-click thing, which is like 0 configurations, which means if you have a ALB, if you have application load balancer, you can configure CloudFront plus WAF just with certain clicks and 0 configurations at your end. Now, if you have a website, definitely will have that HTTPS in front of you. And if you have that HTTPS certificate, you have to store it somewhere. And that is what this ACM is there. CloudFront will be able to even automatically help you renew those things. Go and check that out. It will help you have those checklists so that your website is always green with that SSL1. Yeah, and you can attach a security group so as to limit a IP traffic CloudFront IP prefix list there. Yeah, so all those good things can be done just within matter of one click, 0 config. Also, if we are blocking the bad traffic using WAF, so whenever we are blocking that, basically throwing captcha, throwing challenges, throwing count, it is it what will happen? What will happen? WAF will continue to bill you for those requests, but CloudFront is not going to do that to you. Yep. So basically, CloudFront will bill you only for your access denied, that is 403 status code. Except that, everything will be stopped at WAF itself. So you're not going to doubly build. Ensure that you take care that if you're not operating in Russia, you block those IP addresses. You understand people are coming in from certain IP addresses, block them up. Someone is using your website images, they hotlink it so that their server cost is less. All these things can be done using CloudFront. It will help you load your website really faster. All in the end, whatever logs you have, you can store them wherever you want, and you can connect to whatever observability you have, APM tools, Datadog, and so on. All these are available in our marketplaces. Go and check it out. Apart from that, there is a link which is there, which will allow you to see where are my edge locations, edge caches, Mumbai, Kolkata, which is shown on the screen right now, not readable. I'm reading it out for you. Last few things, all your certificates, all your domain names, if you have too many of them, if you have too many domains, if you are an ISV or if you are a customer who having multiple websites and you're tired of who's going to handle these things, then all these things can be done at single endpoint, a single place for you. That would be CloudFront. Once again, a quick summary about our customers from media and entertainment to gaming to finance to e-commerce. Depending upon where you are joining us from, you can see that particular customers' use cases and you can put them to use. Now, last few more slides, I would talk about Zalora. It is a Asian lifestyle e-commerce retailer. In COVID times, they wanted to go all digital. So 59 million monthly visits they had. They use CloudFront, they pay CDN. They also use CloudFront plus WAF plus Shield. This means they are protecting the e-commerce website. They are ensuring that Shield for DDoS protection. Route 53 was used for the DNS service. With that, they reduced 49% of cost reduction and up to 46% they were able to serve their customers faster and better. Similarly, Skyscanner, we all know whenever we are booking flights, we are going somewhere, we like to see the flight tickets, where it is cheaper, Skyscanner is there. They reached out 110 markets using CloudFront out there. Yep, 50% amount of cost reductions they have seen. Cache hit ratio is 99.99%, and they reduced their lines of code from 26,000 to just 1,000 only. Yep, we are able to help brands like that. Then I did talk about Amar Ujala, which is our Hindi language newspaper out there. Once again, the metrics are 100 million daily viewers, 50% of application performance increased, uptime increased from 99.999%. And they're able to deliver news and video. It scales on demand so as to accommodate online traffic spikes during the special events like our Amazon Prime Days and so on. With this, I'll just say thanks for listening to me so far. Get started with a trial account. Talk to your account team if you're interested. We'll be able to help you configure your security service like WAF as a part of SCVR program too. And we'll help you improvise your architecture diagrams, or if there's any recommendations, we can talk about it. And you can see the magic CloudFront brings to your application once properly commissioned. This is my QR code if you wish to get connected to LinkedIn. And that's me, Shashank, signing off. And thanks, Jeet, if you're answering all the chat questions, and you would be there. He would be there to answer any questions you have as a part of Q&A. With this, I'll pass it on to our partner team to present further. Thanks once again.
Thanks, Shashank, for the fruitful session. In a minute or two, we are going to start a session where you can see CloudFront version vault, where you can see some features that we've added onto CloudFront and how it can help you additionally. Just give me a moment and we'll start. Hey, hi everyone. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Cloud.in. We are AWS partners, and we've got presence in Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, and Delaware as well. So we've got 26 plus years of experience. We've got a team which helps us with knock and sock support, which runs 24 by 7. So we started off as a domain registration company. So we've registered about 4,000 plus domains. We've got 200 plus live active workloads right now, and we serve customers pan India. Yeah, so this is just a gist about our journey throughout the years. So think of our journey like an adventure. In 1999, we started by helping businesses go online. By 2015, we joined hands with AWS, which helped us grow more, even more. In 2016, we officially launched Cloud.in. Over the years, we earned special awards and became experts in many areas like education, consulting, Microsoft workloads, and security. We've also got some core competencies and service deliveries from AWS, which helps us in consulting for CloudFront and WAF. Yeah, so as I said earlier, these are the service validations. We've got WAF delivery and CloudFront delivery, and some of our main core competencies are migration, modernization, and SMB competency. So these are some of the industry verticals we serve. We've got media and entertainment, e-commerce, IT. We've also got manufacturing and startups. Yeah, so the next slides will be about CloudFront version Vault. I will take you through what we've developed, which is over CloudFront, whatever Shashank told you right now. We've built a product which adds some of the features which CloudFront didn't have before. Yeah, so think of CloudFront version Vault as a smart tool that keeps track of all of the changes you make to your CloudFront setup. If you ever make a mistake, you can easily go back to an earlier version with just one click, just like undoing changes to any documents. So with this tool, you can get version history and rollbacks, distribution recovery and cloning, behavior and configuration management, tagging and organization, visual metrics, scheduled backups, user access control, and SMTP configurations. So now I will tell you what led us to create the CloudFront version Vault. Actually, one of our big clients, it is one of our media companies that we work for, wanted to use more features in CloudFront, which they didn't have. But like there were some limitations. We built a way for them to do more and noticed that other content delivery networks already let users go back and see old versions. So we created CloudFront version Vault to give everyone more control and security over their cloud setups. So now teams can feel relaxed knowing they can always recover or copy their CloudFront settings. So what makes this tool stand out from the rest? So the difference between this tool and the other edge solutions are, unlike others that just deliver content, version Vault puts you in charge. It helps you recover from mistakes, do backups, and even keep an eye on every change, all in one place. It's all about making things easier, safer, and giving you more confidence every day. So you can have a one-click rollback and cloning, disaster recovery ready. So let's say you have given access to someone who has done a mistake changing configurations. So you can also go back and change those configurations to what it were before. Yeah, so for all of the people who have attended the webinar today, we have launched an offer combining with AWS. So you can get CloudFront version Vault demo for 30 days. Also, you can get a POC, like a proof of concept for CloudFront, the tool Shashank just told you about. So you can get a free proof of concept for your business done for 15 days. It's just that both the POC and a demo that I told you about will be subject to approval from AWS. Now, what we'll do is we'll quickly show you a demo of how version vault works. Yeah, so this is the dashboard for CloudFront version vault. You can see different settings that we've configured over here. You can see versions that were configured before, so you can uh, do rollbacks. You can delete versions that were there before. You can also copy configurations from one version and paste it to another version. Yeah, so as you can see in the demo, a new version was created. You can also, like I said, you can copy one version's configuration onto another one. Yeah, so now you'll see on the screen how you can compare two configurations. It will also show you what are the changes between the first and the other version. So if you require any changes, you can do those changes accordingly. Yeah, so you'll see how you can recreate versions from the one that was before. Yeah, so like you can see, we are checking CloudFront settings just to double check if the version is updated. Yeah. So in CloudFront as well, you can go and check if the version is updated after reconfiguring it in version vault. So in version vault, you can also do user management. So you can give access to people to admin access to do changes in versions, and you can also give read-only access just for people to have a look. Yeah, so that was about it. Now we'll go back to our presentation, and if you have any questions, you can drop those in the comment box, or you can raise hands to ask any questions that you have. Yeah, so Shafat, yeah, we do have a YouTube channel. It's called Cloud.nj. It goes by our company name, brand name. All right, are there any questions that we can help you with? All right, guys, so that's about it for today. So you can scan the barcode seen on your screen, and you can share your feedback with us. Also, if you have any questions, you can contact us at sales@cloud.n. So we'll be able to answer your questions.
Okay. Have a nice day. Okay. And enter.